You know, when I look back to March in our first case, we realized this was going to be a really big deal. Nothing in our emergency plans was quite ready for the volume of resources requests at the same time throughout our entire country. Luckily, we worked together on logistics and resource requests, and that paid off early on in the pandemic.
We had to ramp up really fast to figure out these challenges that we weren't prepared for. I remember when it was really starting to click in. January, we were watching. February, we were watching. And actually, things were really starting to pop. And everybody was talking about, oh, this is going to take up some time from us this year. But even in the emergency management world, there really wasn't quite that clarity of what does this mean. We hadn't had a significant pandemic in 100 years.
When we look back in April, we were just answering any questions that came about and really translating what was happening at the state level. And it was changing almost hourly, which was really hard to keep up with, and to know what was happening in each of the industries was really tough.
We all had to kind of like cling to each other and do this together fast. So the downside is 2020 has thrown us so many challenges. The upside is very quickly we realized there's energy that comes from doing things in challenging times together.
We rally as a community, don't we? Larimer County has done a fantastic job throughout the pandemic.
I'm proud of the fact that our city council and our community decided to dedicate 70% of their CARES dollars specifically for our community. They really wanted to get that money into the hands of the people who needed it. To be able for them to have tools that they could pull down and utilize was a really important component for us.
Every day I would go to work, and one of the city person was like, okay, we'll talk in the city, we'll figure out like how guys would push the utility bill for a while and so on. So anyways, there's so many needs, and then everyone was trying to help, and then I was so grateful.
We definitely utilized the city and county websites to kind of determine how we were essential and how we were able to do business to make things work.
The best thing that was done was the ease of getting information in a time that where there's constant change and information is constantly changing. It definitely was helpful to small businesses.
The one thing I would hope we don't forget is that we banded together even in this remote world.
I just saw our behaviors change. I didn't want to wear a face covering. I don't want to stay home, but we all did that. We made those sacrifices to save lives.
It tests you as an individual, it tests you as an organization, but it also defined you as an individual and defined you as an organization, and that's what we saw.